Hi, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. A few weeks ago, I shared a message about Joseph's story, and I felt like I wasn't done. So I shared another one, and I still feel like it's a work in progress. So here's the third. But when I released the last one, my mom let me know that I forgot to share the scriptures. So I'm going to go ahead and share those right now. I will be coming from Genesis 41, verses 39 through 44. And this is where Pharaoh is telling Joseph all that he's going to have, and all he's going to be as far as his position in Egypt as a result of interpreting Pharaoh's dreams. But it is always verse 43 that gets me every time. And here it is. And he made him to ride in the second chariot which he had. And they cried before him, bow the knee. And he made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. And whenever I read that part of Joseph's story, I always wonder who was in the second chariot before Joseph? Who used to be in the second chariot behind Pharaoh? What happened to that dude? Now, I'm sure we're never going to, find that out. But I've always been curious about that. But we know that this sort of thing can happen because God does what He will. He seats us in places of favor. And I know that God will bless you in this way because He has blessed me in this way. And He is no respecter of persons. What He does for one, He can do for all. Now, here's an example of a time when He did it for me. I was a freshman in college and I was attending like this mass communications summit at the college where speakers who worked as journalists and newspaper and broadcast came and they gave workshops. And I attended one by a woman who had graduated from the school and she was working at a small newspaper in North Georgia. And I don't remember much about the entire conversation. But I do remember that she said that it was a good place to work, and she gave me her business card, which I kept for 8 years. And around that time, I decided that I wanted to go from being a copy editor at a newspaper to being a features reporter. And so I simply sent my resume and my writing samples to 3 newspapers, and the one that she had worked at being one of them. Much to my surprise, they called me and asked me to come in for an interview. So I made the 6-hour trip. And when I got there, the editor asked, how did I know about the job opening? Because it had not been advertised. And a week later, I was told that I had the job. About 3 weeks later, I was sitting at my new desk, at my new job, and my new seat, when a woman came over to me who had been working there for years and told me that I had her job. She said she had applied for that job twice before and now I had it. Now in my mind I said something like, no, I sit in this seat because God placed me here. Within 4 years I was working at my alma mater and as the university's writer. And the woman who had given me the business card years and years before had returned to speak at the university. And I was able to give her that business card back. That's just an aside. But I said all of that to say God is no respecter of persons. He set Joseph in that second chariot and second in command of Egypt directly beneath Pharaoh. He set me in a chair at a desk in a position 6 hours away when someone else had only been feet away 4 years. Our trials and tribulations and challenges help to prepare us for promotion. One of your challenges might be beginning. Get started today. God wants you to. God bless. Bye.